Hello, we're live. Hello, Miss Jamie, Metal Music, and Nini Life in the UK. Hello. I see what you said, Metal Music. You feel alone and it's cold. And it's scary and it's Halloween time. I know. I'm so glad I was able to get here so that we could help you not feel so alone. So it's cold in Michigan. It's partly cloudy, so it's a little dreary, but not so bad. How are you, Nini? Um, and I've been talking to Miss Jamie, and Metal Music. How are you doing today, other than feeling alone in the chat? So today we are going to talk about trichotillomania. That'll finish up all the BFRBs, body focused repetitive behaviors. And there it is, right there. Let's close. So how's everybody doing today? I'm going a little slow. You know what? I forgot to take my new medication. I will take it after the live here. I thought I had more than just 3 on here, though. Okay, we'll save that. And that. And what I'm going to do is all the articles I have will put, I'll show you on the StreamYard. We'll do a little side by side. And so what we do, Nini, I don't remember you unless you've changed your name, is that this is a safe space where you can talk about any issues that you're having, mental health, otherwise. Hey, Nightingale, how are you doing? And we come together just so that we know that we have support, any mental health issues. We're here to support you. I have several myself. And a lot of the people in the chat are very supportive. We have a very supportive community here. And so I hope you enjoy your time with us today, and I hope you stay. And we will get right to it after we say hi to a few people. How are you doing, Nightingale? I have not been on Instagram and YouTube. Have you still been posting about the reviews, the comic reviews? And it is October, so I'm very excited for Halloween. Last year, if you guys remember, I was really sick. I am not. And so I bought 2 pumpkins. Woo woo. They're pretty much just for me to look at because nobody trick or treats where I'm at. And I have an idea for a costume. I just I need to make my own prosthetic. And so I think that's probably what's holding me back, is just being nervous about that. I just need to go and do it. And I have some other prosthetics too to go with it, but there's one that's going to make the costume that I have to make myself. So I am working on that. I'm definitely going to videotape it, and then I'll put them, edited sections out again, because it's going to take me hours and hours to do this. I'm not going to put out 2, 3, 4-hour video. So, but yeah, I want to get started on that this week. And so just let me know what you guys got going on. All right, I am going to set up. The first article is from, I believe, it's not I've got one. This one's the Mayo Clinic. I've also got one from the Cleveland Clinic. So let's go back here. Okay, so you can see, let me go through, and this one's a little better. You can see a little better this way. There we go. So I'm going to scroll down. So we're talking today about hair pulling disorder, which is one of the body focused repetitive disorders we've been talking about. First, we talked about skin picking. We talked about what are BFRBs, what's that mean, body focused repetitive disorder. And we also talked about nail biting, and today we're going to talk about hair pulling. There are more. So if you're interested, there's the TLC Foundation, which discusses BFRBs, body focus repetitive disorder. There's lip, when you peel the skin off your lips. There's cheek biting. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, but they're not the same, except that they are body focused repetitive disorders, things that we don't really have control over when we're doing them. And my BFRB is skin picking. I do the skin picking when I get very, very anxious. I'm doing pretty good about it now, but when my anxiety is high, I do it without even realizing it. So, and that can be a problem. If it's done to excess, it can cause infections, of course, bleeding. I have a lot of scars on my face and my arms. So any questions about that, feel free to ask anything you want to today. But we're just going to talk about the trichotillomania, which is the hair pulling. So what we're doing is, I am not a doctor. We're just here to learn about these things, because I don't know everything. So what I like to do is to read some articles, get some info. And while you're here, we're sharing it with each other. So let's start with the Mayo Clinic and see. Can I scroll this up a little bit? No, I don't want to go up there. I want to go, sometimes StreamYard can be very irritating. Oh, I think I need to make the whole page big. Okay, here we go. This should help. Yes, that was the answer right there. We made the page bigger on my computer. Okay, so I'm going to click over to the article and you'll see me scrolling. Trichotillomania, hair pulling disorder, is also, well, here it is, trichotillomania. So the end of it is mania, and that is Latin. Also called hair pulling disorder, is a mental disorder that involves recurrent, irresistible urges to pull out hair from the scalp, eyebrows, or other areas of the body, despite trying to stop. Hair pulling from the scalp often leaves patchy bald spots, which causes significant distress and can interfere with social or work functioning. People with trichotillomania may go to great lengths to disguise the loss of hair. For some people, trichotillomania may be mild and generally manageable. For others, the compulsive urge to pull hair is overwhelming. Some treatment options have helped many people reduce the hair pulling or stop entirely. So that's the thing. That's the mania. You don't really have control over it. It's a compulsive urge. Okay, let's see if we have any questions so far. Nope. No. Okay. All right. A book, Mayo Clinic, 5th edition. Okay, symptoms. Signs and symptoms of trichotillomania often include repeated pulling your hair out, typically from your scalp, eyebrows, or eyelashes, but sometimes other body areas, and sites may vary over time. The increased sense of tension before pulling or when you try to resist pulling. A sense of pleasure or relief after hair is pulled. Noticeable hair loss, such as shortened hair or thinned or bald areas on the scalp or other areas of the body, including sparse or missing eyelashes or eyebrows. These are symptoms. Preference for specific hair types, rituals that accompany hair pulling, or patterns of hair pulling. Biting, chewing, or eating pulled out hair. Playing with pulled out hair or rubbing it across your lips or face. Repeatedly trying to stop pulling out your hair or trying to do it less often without success. Significant distress or problems at work, school, or in social situations relating to pulling out your hair. Now, I have to admit that I have done, when my hair's long enough, I have done that thing where you like rub your hair on your face or you touch your hair, but I have never pulled it out. Which doesn't mean that it's not as important as any other BFRB. It's just something that I don't deal with. we may have people in our chat who do deal with this. So if you do, let us know, and let us know some of your coping mechanisms, or if you need help with some coping mechanisms, feel free to put that in the chat and we will talk about it. All righty. Let's see. Did mine start? Oh, okay. Something went wrong. What's going wrong? There it is. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down. I just wanted to make sure that it was on and I am in there. All righty. Let's do some more learning. For people with trichotillomania, hair pulling can be focus. Some people pull their hair intentionally to relieve tension or distress. For example, pulling hair out to get relief from the overwhelming urge to pull hair. Some people may develop elaborate rituals for pulling hair, such as finding just the right hair or biting pulling hairs. Hair pulling can also be automatic. Some people doing it, such as when they're bored, reading, or watching TV. And automatic is not necessarily just those three things. I think the higher your anxiety level. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's see. I've got, I was on the automatic because that's part of the BFRB that people don't understand, the automatic, that I have a compulsion to do these things, and my subconscious, I don't always have control over it. And so my hands can end up on my face and I can be bleeding and not even realize it. I'm really sore, but better days are ahead always. Oh, is it from something that happened recently? Now I've been gone for 2 weeks, so but I saw you did live. Was it Tuesday? And I missed it again, of course. I'm not on Instagram and YouTube as much as I need to be. I think I'll get better the more into winter we get, but for the summer I haven't been paying attention. But I do want to catch you and Trish. It's Tish. Trouble with Tish. I do want to catch you guys in a live. So I hope it's a regular thing you've got going on now. I've seen you done it a couple times already. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I was saying the automatic. I understand the focused. Like if you have an urge to do it and you're like, oh, and you're fighting the urge and you do it anyway. That's the focused. You know you're doing it. But the automatic response is, oh yeah. Yeah, the weather has been messing with my hands a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of swollen. So it's in your joints and things like that, correct? That's where I'm feeling it. And since you're in Tennessee, are you getting down? What's your nighttime temperatures? We are heading into the 40s at nighttime now. It's not frosty yet, but it's getting cold. And yeah, I have noticed that I have some swelling in my hands, and my knees have been my knees aren't that bad because I'm still doing activity, but every once in a while I can feel a sharp pain in there. Oh, you're at the third. You're even colder than we are right now. Oh my gosh, Joe. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, isn't it? We're north of you in Michigan and it's 40s and you're hitting the 30s. Oh, girl. Oh, man, I am not looking forward to that. Because once that happens, I may be in the house for the rest of the winter. I'm just saying, it's a choice I make. But I've been out visiting and all over the place in the summer, but I don't think that's happening this winter. So my calendar is going to get, smaller and smaller. I'm not going to be making all this plans and things to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm having some apple cinnamon black tea this morning. It's tasting pretty good. Okay, so I just want to make clear that we're talking about BFRBs, but you have to remember that when you see someone doing this, they may not be conscious of it, hair pulling, fingernail biting. They may not be conscious of it. And so when people say to me, I don't understand, the only thing I could say to them is I have no control over it. Imagine you're watching TV or whatever, and you want to scratch your nose, but you can't. You have no control for some reason. Well, I don't want to scratch my nose, but I do. That is weird that we are colder than you at night. Yeah, right now you are. Yeah, that is. The weather is just a going crazy. Now, they still said 40s this weekend, but it's about to rain this weekend coming up, so it we could hit those. Because I still have some green tomatoes out there. I'm holding on, and I didn't get a lot. I'm just kind of eating them a couple at a time because they only turn two or three turn red at once. So, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so I talked about the automatic. So that's something that a lot of people don't understand unless you actually have a BFRB, and they think, oh, you can just stop doing it. Well, I mean, if it was that easy, we wouldn't do it, right? The same person may do both focused and automatic hair pulling. Yes. Depending on the situation and mood, certain positions or rituals may trigger hair pulling, such as resting your head on your hand or brushing your hair. It can be related to emotions. Now, this is what I think of more than it's just a habit, but negative emotions for many people with trichotillomania, hair pulling is a way of dealing with negative and uncomfortable feelings such as stress, anxiety, tension, boredom, loneliness, fatigue, and frustration. Positive feelings, people that pull hair out people often find that pulling out hair feels satisfying and provides a measure of relief. As a result, they continue to pull their hair to maintain these positive feelings. Because chemically in your brain, you do release dopamine or serotonin. I don't remember which one it is. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Yeah. She would never want nobody wants to have a bald patch willingly. Yeah, and those children that are picking on her need to be educated. They really do. I I know there's like yesterday was World Mental Health Day and they did a big summit. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan. They did a big summit. Was it in Los Angeles or New York? It was one of those big cities. And so, I mean, it's great that it's getting more attention, but I think things like BFRBs need to be brought to school attention because it affects a lot of children because they're coping mechanisms that are you don't necessarily learn them, but your hands are right here. You don't have to get anything. You can pull or pick or bite. It's all right here. When you're a kid, there's no special thing. You don't got to buy alcohol. When you're older and you want are an alcoholic, you have to purchase the alcohol. When you're young and you have these anxieties and these coping mechanisms, they're right here. You can just do them. So I think they need to have more education in schools and the bullying. You know what? No matter how many times they say no, what is that? Zero tolerance policy, it still happens. It still happens. I'm good, Phyllis said. How about yourself? Sorry, I'm late. I was on the phone with one of my sons. No worries, Phyllis. You're not late. We are here for you to come when you can. hmm Yeah. So, Joe, I definitely understand that. And yeah, I know they do that zero tolerance bullying, but that, somebody who's really going to be a bully is going to figure out a way to do it, where no one can see, where no one can hear. You know what I mean? So that's very sad. And I hope she gets through it. I know she'll get through it. If she's anything like her auntie. Yeah, when kids I talk to say it doesn't work, right? It may deter, but someone who's bullied doesn't really care, you know? They're like, I'll get in trouble, whatever. I'll get suspended, whatever, you know. Sometimes they're doing it on purpose so they can get caught and get, you know, uh attention from their parents as well. And so, but the kid that they're bullying, that, they don't even care about that kid. I don't know. But I do like Born This Way Foundation is a big anti-bullying. It's Lady Gaga and her mom. Big anti-bullying. They're trying to bring that to schools, But I think she's in agreement with us. The zero tolerance doesn't work. Because you still have to have a teacher has to see it. And then, who said what and who said this and who said, you know what I mean? There are ways around all that. So, but they did try the anti-bullying. All right. Trichotillomania is a long-term disorder. Without treatment, symptoms can vary into severity over time. For example, the hormonal changes of menstruation can worsen symptoms in women. For some people, if not treated, symptoms come and go for weeks, months, or years, actually years at a time, yes. Rarely, hair pulling ends within a few years of starting. If you cannot stop pulling out your hair and you feel embarrassed or ashamed by your appearance as a result of your hair pulling, talk to your doctor. Trichotillomania is not just a bad habit, correct? It is a mental health disorder, and it's unlikely to get better without treatment. And I do agree with that because someone who pulls their hair or scratches their face, oh, it's okay, Phyllis, go ahead. Love Born This Way. She's actually trying to find methods that work. Me too, Joe. I love Lady Gaga. I just do. And her mom is awesome too. So, no worries, Phyllis. Talk to your grandson. It's okay. We'll be here till 3. You can pop in and out at will. What was the last point that they hit on that I wanted to talk about? Causes unclear. Oh, getting therapy. Yes. Because I'm just going to use your example as a reference, Joe. A little girl who is pulling her hair, if she's being bullied, it's going to get worse, unfortunately. And that is not her fault. That is not her fault. It's not her parents' fault, but it is going to cause more anxiety. It really will. So if she can get some type of mental health help at her age, but I personally would, if I had a daughter and that was happening to her, I would recommend it. And I've recommended it to my sisters, for nieces and nephews. They never listened to me, but if I had a daughter, she'd be in therapy for that. And I'd be much more open and tell her about my struggles as well. So yeah, but Born This Way is so good. So good. She started that before all the other bullier bandwagon jumpers. People are now anti-bully, but she was one of the leaders in the field, I think. So let's see. The causes, I think, is what this is going to go. The cause of trichotillomania is unclear, but like many complex disorders, it probably results from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. The risks tend to increase. Number one, family history. Genetics may play a role in the development of trichotillomania. Like I've told you guys before that I do it. I have a BFRB. I pick my skin. My brother does the same thing, and so does my youngest sister. Now, my other sister, she's a hair puller. She pulls out her eyebrows. Now, I don't know if she still does that. She did that when she was younger. And then my mom, I know that she bites her cheek because when she does it, she's like, ow, I hate it when I do that. But I believe that she also is prone to the BFRBs. Exactly. Bless her heart. They caught her hiding in her room, really pulling out her hair. Oh, that's my mom. I have to call her after. Oh, I hope it's helping her. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. She's such a little sweetie, I'm sure. She sounds like she's a little sweetie. And when you're sensitive, those things, anxiety is harder when you're sensitive because you're sensitive to those things, to people around you, to just the sounds, smells, the earth, everything around you when you're more sensitive. So I hope that that's helping her. I really do, Joe. I really do. I did it when I was a kid as well. And it didn't get worse until I was older, but it started when I was a young person. It did. In my teens, for sure. Elijah is 5 and he video calls me 2 or 3 times a day. This time he was Spider-Man. That's cute, Phyllis. That's very cute. Spider-Man. Okay. So age, trichotillomania usually develops just before or during the early teens, most often between the ages of 10 and 13 years, and is often a lifelong problem. Infants also can be prone to hair pulling, but this is usually mild and goes away on its own without treatment. And now, when they say age, these are just stats. They are not set in stone because I can't recall, but I'm sure when I was little, I was doing it because I've had anxiety all my life. It goes like as far as the worse or better my anxiety is, the worse or better my what did I call skin dermatillomania is, my skin picking is. So just like everything, anxiety and stress makes everything worse. Right. Sadly, there's a lot of stress for younger people, even more so, yeah, than when we were young. And I was stressed when I was young. So I can't even imagine now. If I was a teenager with everything that people are going through, I just cannot imagine it. Yeah, Phyllis, it is. So age, I don't prescribe to that as 100% because I'm sure, and I think you just said your niece is younger than 10. I know I was doing this before when I was before I went even into school, when I was a little one. So people who have trichotillomania may also have other disorders such as depression, anxiety, and obsessive compulsive disorder. Stress, severe stressful situations or events may trigger trichotillomania in some people, yes. Although far more women than men are treated for it, this may be because women are more likely to seek medical advice in early childhood. Boys and girls to be equally affected because their parents are taking them to the doctors. That would be why. Okay. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're not late? Nobody's ever late here. Okie dokie. So what was that last bit I wanted to... Oh, okay. Complications are coming up, but that last was treatment, wasn't it? Other disorders. Oh, things that cause it. Mm-hmm. And we know women just go to the doctor more than men do. So that would be why they would be more diagnosed in adult years. But they said that in younger years, when your parents are taking you, it's equally divided. We bought a new truck, and I think Buddy Doggy thinks there is a stranger here. He's barking his head off at the truck. He said, "Who brought that truck here?" I was talking to Jaron because he's bringing us kittens at the end of the month. I am so excited. Okay, he's bringing kittens. Does he have a cat? I'm glad you'll have a kitty though, because I love my kitties. They're mad at me today. I had to put the flea drops on them. They've been good all summer, but for some reason in the last month, they started to get fleas. And they don't. They go on the catio, which is on the concrete, but still fleas. So that's cool that you got a new truck too, Joe. That's very cool. Very cool. Okay, let's go back to here. No, they're Persians. Aw, they were abandoned. Aw. Joe says, I love kittens. Well, I love all animals, especially the babies. They're just so cute. You have to do some videos, Jamie, so we can see the kitties. It's hard not to videotape them when they're babies, too, because they're just adorable. Just so adorable. Complications, although it may not seem particularly serious, trichotillomania can have a major negative impact on your life. Complications may include emotional distress. Many people with trichotillomania report feeling shame, humiliation, and embarrassment. They may experience low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and alcohol or street drug use because of their condition. Problems with social and work functioning. Embarrassment because of the hair loss may lead to may lead you to avoid social activities and job opportunities. People with trichotillomania may wear wigs, style their hair to disguise bald patches, or wear false eyelashes. Some people may avoid intimacy for fear of their condition will be discovered. Now, as far as wigs, they are becoming more socially accepted. Yeah. Wigs are becoming more socially accepted. So for any little ones, they might look awkward, but now we have access to extensions, hair pieces. You don't have to wear a full wig. Um, Different things like that that weren't available to us when we were younger. So those things can help. Um, but then again, if you're being bullied, somebody's going to bully you for that. Even though it's like if you're just going out in public, it is more socially acceptable to wear wigs. So let's go back over here. Thank you, Jamie. I need to go up here. Okay, so problems with social and work functioning. Yep. Skin and hair damage. Yes. Hairballs. Eating your hair may lead to large matted hairball trichobezoar in your digestive tract. Over a period of years, the hairball can cause weight loss, vomiting, intestinal obstruction, and even death. Holy cow. And that is the end. That was very straight to the point and definitely nothing at the end. All right. Let's go back to StreamYard. I don't pick, pull hair, or bite fingernails, but smoke like crazy. I know, Phyllis, we talked about that. Even shaving your head as a female isn't that odd anymore. We are doing better as a society. Slowly, I agree, Joe. Slowly, but it is happening, which is a good thing. I know, Phyllis. We're gonna hit smoking and addiction next. And in that, I'm gonna pick different addictions. And then also in that time, we're gonna do the chronic pain panel. So once I can get Jamie her phone, hopefully we'll be able to get her on board. I'll give you a date and everything, Joe. And then I'll Instagram Jen and give her the date as well as I already talked to my sister. I said, maybe even you can show your face this time, show how pretty you are. That's who I went to Canada with, was her. So, but yeah, we're gonna go into that and just talk about it because, like I said, my husband smokes too, so I understand the addiction. And I have also been in an addiction as well. So it's something that's important to talk about and also to understand that it's a disease. We really don't have control over our addictions and things that we can do to help with that. We'll talk a little bit about ACOA, AA, Al-Anon, and that kind of stuff too as well. So we're going to delve into that next. Because I just tell him, just keep quitting. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. Maybe one day it will, you know. But I am not gonna pressure him. He smokes outside, or in his room, so it doesn't bother me, and the house doesn't smell like smoke. And so I am not on his back. I'm not gonna do that. It's not gonna help him be better. So yeah, Phyllis. Jamie says, I smoke like crazy too. I don't worry about people seeing my counting OCD since there is more awareness. Yeah. Yeah. I think mine is more a habit and boredom. And that's possible. But what happens is you do that initially for boredom or a habit. And then when you want to quit, you can't because it's so addictive. Oh my goodness, Joe. I count too. Yes, Phyllis, so do I. Hmm. Yeah. I'm big on just anything really. Any differences in color, shade. If I see a shape, I'm counting it, parts of the door, parts of the car. It's something I've been doing since I was little. It soothes me. So, like even before I started school, when I could count, I started doing that. So, Okay. Oh, I was going to go to the next article. Let's go to the next article. There's this one about teens. Let's do that one next. Because, excuse me, I think that might be more valuable than the other one. Share. Oh, no, that was the wrong one, I think. This is the Cleveland Clinic. This is the one that was supposed to be for teens, I thought. Oh, come on. Are you coming up here? Come on. Oh, Mr. Big Butt. I'm sorry. Let me scoot back. Come on. You want to try again? Do you want to try again? Oh, he doesn't. Okay, let's see which one we got over here. Okay, this is the one. So I don't know if you saw, but my kitty tried to get in my lap, my big guy, and he was having trouble because my floor is full of stuff. So, yes, Phyllis, I used to be so embarrassed when me and Jason first started dating. I tried so hard to hide it. You want to come? Here, I'll pick you up. Come here. Let me get you. You're so big. Oh, come up here and show everybody how handsome you are. Oh, there you are. Here he is. Let me show you guys. This is Ronan. Say hi, everybody. I'm getting my big old booty. You want down now or you want to stay up? Yes, Phyllis, I used to be so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I tried so hard to hide it. Now we joke about it, and I'm doing much better. He's a sweetie, your husband. You guys are so cute. Yeah. Now, I want to say that Joe's counting is probably different than mine. I know, they're so cute. And their little eyes, those yellow eyes, just, they get me every time. He's like, what are you doing? So I have, I don't know, Joe, it might be the same, but I don't think so. Because Jamie said she has to do everything 3 times. I just like to count things and that soothes me. Like I have 2 lights and then I'll count the side of the light and then the indent and then the knob and then that's what I do. I also type things in my head, like on a typewriter and a court reporter machine. I took that training. Sometimes my fingers move. Yep. Those are things we do to soothe ourselves. To soothe. So no, did I? Okay, I did. I opened that one. There it is. I thought it was about teens, but it doesn't look like it is. Hair pulling. Let's go down here. Body focus, causes, symptoms, resources, skin picking, managing anxiety in the classroom. Huh. Grab my phone. Let's see. Let's go back here. If I count, it's 9 times. Checking the door handle 9 times to see if locked as example. Yeah. Only my daughter knows that. Oh, Phyllis. There are plenty of us who have the same issues. It's not just you. So just I know embarrassment comes with it. Just know that we are here to support you. See, there's a 4th one for teens. Why did that not show up on my thingy here? Uh-oh. Oh. There it is. Okay, let's see if it showed up late. There it is. Okay, that's it right there. Teen health, it's called. Okay. 9 is a good number, Phyllis said. I just count. Like I'll count by 5s, by 10s, by 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we're going to stop share and hit present. Share screen. This one about teens I wanted to read because I don't know a lot about teens and trichotillomania. So, okay, numerous Nemours, Nemours, Teens Health. Make sure you guys can see it. Yep, yep. Let's go here. All right. All right. Trichotillomania hair pulling. Yeah. All right. Trichotillomania is a strong habit that causes people to pull out their own hair. They may pull hairs from their scalp, eyebrows, eyelashes, or pubic areas. Oh. People may pull out a few hairs at once or one strand at a time. Some may look at, play with, chew, or eat the hair after pulling it out. Others may not understand why people who pull their hair out don't just stop. But the people going through this, hair pulling can be a very hard habit to break, even though they have tried to stop. Hair pulling can feel impossible to control. If you are dealing with hair pulling, you are not alone. There's treatment that can help you. It takes time, patience, and practice. But when they learn the right skills, people can overcome hair pulling. Okay. Let's go back and see if we have any comments. Nope. Okay. We'll go back to the article. I'm not even sure. What time is it, you guys? We're not supposed to be on here all day. All day, every day. There it is. It's 10 after 2. So we still have 50 minutes. So let's see. Okay. What is trichotillomania? It's sometimes called TTM. That's a little easier, or also called trick or hair pulling. Hair pulling is a type of body-focused repetitive behavior. They are self-grooming behaviors that become strong, unwanted habits. There are different forms of BFRBs. For example, some people bite or chew their nails, lips, or the inside of their cheeks. Some pick their skin or nails. Some pull out, break off, twist off, or chew their hair. All these habits are BFRBs if a person does them to extremes. BFRBs are not a type of self-harm, but they can cause damage to the hair, skin, and nails. Can trick cause health problems? Hair pulling can leave bald patches or areas without hair, eyebrows, or eyelashes. It can cause the skin to become sore or infected. It can leave scars. If people chew or swallow hair, it can cause a ball of hair to form. This can lead to stomach pain or other health problems. What causes hair pulling? It's not clear why some people do hair pulling, but others don't. Experts think that genes, hormones, and habits all play a role. Hormones, genes, habits, learning. We've already covered that. What it's like for someone with trick. What it's like for someone with trick. We'll call it trick now. Many people who do hair pulling feel stuck in a habit they don't want. They may feel frustrated that they can't control it. They may feel nagged by people who don't understand it, what it's like for them. Some are hard on themselves for not being able to stop, but hair pulling is not their fault. They may feel, excuse me, upset about how hair pulling affects their looks. Some may try to cover bald patches with hats or makeup. Hair pulling can affect the way they feel around others too. Some try to hide their hair pulling, even from family or friends. They might avoid doing things that could lead others to notice it. Don't we all kind of do that though? Just avoid things that show our faults and stuff. It's a very stressful day today. I just had to take a lorazepam. I feel so bad for those who have trick. So what's going on, Phyllis? It must be, is it just everyday stress or anything specific? Because I've been on Klonopin, which is similar to lorazepam and Ativan. So that is for some serious anxiety. And Joe said, "Oh, I missed that. Hey, at least I'm sure I locked the door after you checked it 9 times. I gotcha." That's true. That's true. Okay, where did the article go? I have to go back to the article. Okay. Um I was going to say, don't we all have things that we try to hide or say we don't do something because of it, or if we have a lot of anxiety or depression, we don't go out. If I pick my face, I may not, go out with friends. I'll go out with family because they know, but I may not go out with friends. Um, and you just get out of life, basically. What's wrong, Phyllis? Well, I mean, if you can talk about it, I'm on Xanax, which I hate, but do have to take on bad days. Yes. Yes. It sounds like I said, Phyllis is having a real bad day if she had to take her lorazepam. Absolutely. So if you feel comfortable telling us about it, Phyllis, go ahead. If not, know that we support you. We're here for you whenever you need. Okay. Now, this is saying what can help people. Now, these are general types of help. I haven't read this article yet, but everything doesn't help everybody. So you need several different coping mechanisms, several different ways that can help people. So therapy can help overcome trick. The most widely used type of therapy is called habit reversal training, HRT. It is a type of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Now that we've talked about CBT when we talked about general BFRBs, because that is the therapy that they recommend. But now I see that it's broken down even further into HRT, habit reversal training. In this therapy, people meet with a therapist to learn skills to help them reverse their hair pulling habit. Habit reversal is based on the way the brain learns habits. The same principles can help people unlearn a habit they don't want. To unlearn hair pulling, people need to resist the urge to pull hair. When they resist the urge, the reward hormone doesn't get released. This breaks the cycle of hair pulling. Without the reward, the habit can start to fade on its own. Okay. This sounds simple, but it's not easy at first. I can imagine. The urge to pull hair can feel strong and can be very hard to resist. Therapy is a way for people to build the skills that make it possible. With the right guidance and plenty of practice, it gets easier. For this to work, people need to resist the urge to pull every time they feel it. Okay. Along with habit reversal, other forms of therapy work for hair pulling. They include can be comprehensive behavioral therapy, dialectical behavior therapy, DBT, and acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT. Each of these forms of therapy offer skills people can use to work on trichotillomania. Um, it takes time, patience, and practice, but with the right guidance and support, people can overcome hair pulling. So that's interesting. Hey Wilma, how you doing? I'm doing good today. Hi, you seen Empire? Hey Zach. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody's doing good today. The conversation I had with my son that I can't really talk about because he told me I can't, but it's not a personal family issue. Oh, okay. Okay, the world. Yep. Yep. Stuff is going on. Stuff is going on in the world. Yep. Horrible things. Um, we're finally going home next Wednesday. I have to get old work and more meds and doctor's appointments. Okay. Okay. So then your vacation is over and you'll be heading home, Wilma. Is that right? Okay. So what they were saying is different forms of therapy. And we'll be talking more about therapy too when we go into the addiction, because the type of therapy is usually specific to the person. First of all, your therapist needs to know They may specialize in a certain type of therapy. They need to know if what they are offering will help you. And they need to be honest with you and tell you that, which you may or may not get. But guess what, Joe? What, Zach? What, Zach? I may have to go to the hospital and have a couple of blood transfusions. Oh, no, Wilma. Yeah, it's good to see you, Wilma, and prayers for sure. Are you right now in a lot of pain or very weak because you have to have the blood transfusions? Or is that something that you've had before and we just haven't talked about? Zach, you didn't say what? I went to the doctor last Monday the 2nd, I think, or the 3rd, whatever day that she's referring me to a therapist. So I'm finally, after 9 years of being embarrassed, I'm going to therapy soon. Yes, Zach. Yes, Zach. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wilma says, I'm going for many years. So excited for you, Zach. So excited. So that's been happening. And so now you have to go home and have that taken care of again. I see. Good job, Zach. I think you'll find it helps a lot. It does so much. So much. And I'm not sure with your medical system, but if this therapist, if this therapist doesn't click with you, if you don't click with this therapist, don't be afraid. And again, I don't know how the medical system in Canada works, if you can ask for a different therapist or not, because you don't want to wait another 9 years. At least, even if they're not the best, they should listen to you talk at least. Um, so just if you're not clicking and you can find a good one for you. Don't be discouraged if this therapist isn't perfect, I guess is my thing. And don't not go because you don't think they're helping you, because they probably are, you just don't realize it. So I just want to encourage you to stick with it. So last year they gave 7 units in 1 week. Oh, 7 units in 1 week. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah. That is, I'm so happy for you, Zach. That is so great. Yay, yay, yay. If you need to ask here, we will listen, Zach. Yes, we will. But also therapy is excellent too for him. I'm a big proponent of therapy, Wilma, if you didn't know. Sorry, ma'am. Good night. Rafiq Khan. I'm not sure who that is. Have a good night, Rafiq. Have a good night. So let's go back. See, you can tell I didn't take my medicine because I keep getting like I lose my train of thought. But if I'm not tired, I'll continue on a whole nother train of thought. Like my attention changes. But when I lose my train of thought and I haven't taken my medicine, I do this like yeah. So I'm definitely gonna get that when we get done because I can't keep a thought in my head. Um So yeah, I did want to say that all those types of therapies, there are different uses for many, many different ailments, not just trichotillomania. And if you need help, definitely do your due diligence, do your research. Okay, talk to an adult. If you're pulling your hair, talk about it with a parent, doctor, mental health counselor, or an adult you trust. It can be hard to talk about, but it's best to be open and honest so that you can get the help you need. Have a visit with your doctor. They will ask questions, listen, and talk with you. Go to visit with a therapist. Therapy can take many visits. It takes time and practice to get good at the skills you'll need, but you'll notice progress along the way. Let others support you. Support from loved ones helps a lot when you're going through something like hair pulling. When you want to, it can feel good to confide in someone you trust. Do things to manage your stress. Stress doesn't cause hair pulling, but stress can make it worse in people who have it. Be sure to eat foods that are good for you. Exercise. Take time to rest, relax, and meditate. Make time for things you enjoy. Let's see. Is that the end of it? Yep, that's the end of the article. So I thought it was, I think it's just because it's on the website for teens, but I really thought it was going to be more, you know, like teen oriented. So, um, aw, Zach, thank you. Crystal is the first person I felt comfortable sharing with. And I love that you share with me and that I can share with you too, Zach, because we have a lot of the same things with depression. Well, I am working on 2 different anxiety books for mine. It helps writing things down. Yes, a lot of people journal and it is helpful for them. I am so bad at journaling. I have never enjoyed writing stories, books. I can tell a story, but I don't like writing a story. If you've seen like my little thing for my videos, I usually have bullet points. I don't write a whole story. So Jamie said my mom called. That's fine, Jamie. She needs you right now. So we understand. We understand. Um, they are they are definitely help yourself books. That's great, Wilma, that you found some books that help you. That's really good. And if you want to, you can drop the titles and the authors in the chat if you'd like to share that with us. So, yeah, we love talking to you, Zach. And also, you can drop a random today if you want to. I missed your randoms. Yeah. But we're so proud. We're so proud. We have a great community here. You guys are all so supportive of me and of everybody in the chat and vice versa and all the things. That's why I come here. I wish I was a little bit more chatty because like I said, it's my own fault. I knew I was going to be on live and I always usually take my medicine, but for some reason today I did not, and I am just having the brain freeze. So I've noticed too with the weather, with it being cold, it's like my motor's starting a little slower every day, you know. It's harder to get out of bed when it's cold. It's harder to get motivated when it's cold, you know. We have a sunny day today and tomorrow, and I have a lot of work outside I need to do. So I did some yesterday. And I did sit down as much as I could, and I was not sore this morning. So that's good. So I got a little chair out on my carport, and that's concrete, so it doesn't sink into the thing. And I'm going through all the stuff from the other house. She's worked there for 16 years, and they fired her for something she didn't do. I couldn't imagine at 69 trying to find a new job. I really feel for her. Now, Jamie, she's old enough, isn't she old enough to collect Social Security? And then Wilma said, Affirmations for Anxiety Blogs by Anne A. Hoffman. Blobs. So that's a book that we might want to check out, some affirmations. Affirmations are great. They are great, yeah. So because at 67, I think you can collect Social Security and get on Medicare or Medicaid. No, Medicare. So, and I think that's federal, not just Michigan. 62, actually, I think. So, and if she's worked all her life, she should have definitely good Social Security. Um, so yeah, it's really difficult to find a new job at that age. But there are places that are hiring because they can't find young people to work. So I'm hoping that she doesn't face a lot of age discrimination, but you know how people are in this day and age. Some of them just are. She gets Social Security, but with how many animals she has, she can't afford to live on just Social Security. It sounds like she's going to need to rehome some pets because she doesn't get anything for those pets, any kind of assistance. Um, that's very sad, Jamie. That's very sad. Yeah, 3 dogs, 8 cats, 12 birds, and 2 rabbits. It's a lot. Yep. 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 Well, all you can do is support her. Just support her the best that you can, and hopefully she'll find something that she enjoys that will be better than the job that she had before. So, yeah. But at that age, for people to say there's no age discrimination, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe that's the first thing they're going to do. And they're not supposed to ask you your age on an application, but they'll look at her and know that she's older. I know, Zach. I know. That ain't right. Mm-mm. And I don't know what the laws are like there. She could sue. Just be there for her. Jamie. Things will work out the way they should. I agree, Joe, because like you can try and go to the government agency for age discrimination. You can try that. If there is no proof or she doesn't have someone who says, yeah, that happened to her, it's going to be difficult. So I would definitely be there for her, because sometimes doing things like that, going like, well, I need a lawyer and blah, blah, that's a lot of stress as well. That can be very stressful. She loves them too much to rehome them. Okay. Then all you can do, Jamie, is be there for her the best that you can. That's all you can do. I told her everything happens for a reason. Yep. 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 She says, I need my animals. Yes. I don't think I would do without them either. I couldn't have that many though. That's just me personally. But I know that we need pets in our life. They bring us joy, unconditional love, happiness. They help with all types of mental health issues. They help with your anxiety, your depression. They are just, they help. They're awesome. We're in Pakistan. Oh, okay. I see. I see. No worries, Rafiq. We are here Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the US. It's from 1:30 to 3. And so you'd have to look all that up to find out. I'm not sure what time it is where you're at, but I try to be here every Wednesday. I missed the last 2 weeks because I went on vacation. Zach, I went to Canada and I didn't get a chance to contact you. We have 5 and then take care of the wild ones. I couldn't either, but she's always had a lot of animals. Yeah, that's true. So we did go. Gosh, I wish I could tell you the name. Bellenheim, maybe. But once we got there, I was going to contact you, and it just was crazy. I have 2 dogs. I love them. I couldn't imagine my life without a dog. Yeah, I agree. We're looking for a puppy. We did have to put down my last dog, Lily. She did have to get put down, but she was a good 16, 17 years old. So we are looking for a new puppy. My husband wants a puppy. I want a puppy, and I have time to spend with a puppy now that I'm retired. So yeah, I totally understand that. I understand that. I just, that's a lot of pets. So, but Zach, yes, I was in Ontario last weekend. Wait, no, not the one that just passed, the one before that. Yes, correct. Not the one that just passed, the one before that. And I was going to give you a call when we were there. It's called, I think it was called Bellenheim or something. But we got there, we moved in, we were busy, well, we didn't move in, but we brought our stuff to the bed and breakfast, and just, it went so fast that it was Sunday morning, and I was like, I didn't even get to call Zach. So same here, Zach. Last night at bingo, one guy in church said he didn't understand why there are animals on this earth. What? Wilma, they're on this earth. I gave him a mean look. He walked away from me real fast. You tell him, Wilma, because he's definitely, I'm sure a dog is much nicer than that person. He is supposed to be a real Christian Catholic. Not to me, he's not. No, no. I think a dog would be way better than this person, whoever is in his life. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so tired today. And I know why. It's 2:30, so we have a half an hour. We don't have to talk about hair pulling. I know we've done this will be our fourth BFRB, so we definitely know stuff about BFRBs now, right? If I had just animals, I would be just fine. Yeah, yeah. They give us that love that doesn't require, there are no stipulations. They just love you. And human beings are not, I wish we were all like that, but we are not like that. You know, we love conditionally, not unconditionally. So, yeah. Yeah, unconditional love, absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes those of us that do love people unconditionally with their faults and foibles, sometimes it is not reciprocated. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Zach, I really wanted to get in touch with you, but it was so quick. And I'm like, he's probably working. And so I was going to call you when I got there to see if you had time. And then the time just got away from me. So I wish I had. But the good news is my family plans to go back. It was like a little family vacation. So sometimes animals are better than humans. You are correct. Don't be sorry. You are correct, Zach. I think Neil will stay away from me from now on and would be just I would be just fine with that. Yeah. My cat jumped on my aunt's lap. She looked at me and said, "You know, animals have no souls." Supposed to be a Christian also. I told her there was a place in hell for her soul. And there is nothing in the Bible that says animals don't have souls. Is there? I don't think so. No, God is good and animals are good. So animals are from God. They have their own personalities. Like we said, they love us unconditionally. The one I picked up just a little while ago, he actually gives me hugs. He puts one arm on each side and then he'll put his head on my face and gives me a hug. And then he's so big, you can actually hug him. So I don't know if I taught him that, but he gives me hugs. And I don't care what anybody says, he means it. Animals have souls. I'd tell your aunt off, Joe. Yeah. It sounds like Joe did tell her off. So, yeah. So when he hugs me, I believe his soul is in there. And he's like, "Mama, I love you." And he gives me a hug. And if anybody tries to tell me differently, I would say the same thing you said, Joe. Yep. Way to go, Joe. Remember, God brought animals two by two. Thank you. Thank you, Wilma. I agree. I agree. Yeah. And don't you, when you find people who don't like animals, aren't you a little bit suspect of them? Oh, what happened, Jamie? I'm excited for the kitty cat, right, Joe? Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be the best kitty mama ever. She's going to be the best. And Persians, I bet they'll be so cute and fuzzy. Those are fuzzy cats, right? Mine are they're not really short hair. They're like in the middle because they're not long hair, like you know how cats that are long hair have that. But the short hair ones, the really short hair ones, don't like shed. These guys shed a lot. I am so excited for the kitty because I will have someone to keep me company. Yes. Yes. And the kitty will love you. Yes, Crystal. I believe if my animals don't like you, there is a reason. Yes. And someone is very wrong if they don't like animals. Yes. Something is suspect about people like that, I think. Yes, you will be best buds, Jamie. It's gonna be so cute. It's gonna be so cute. So yeah, so I really people who don't like pets, I'm like, oh, okay. Unfortunately, my granddaughter is one of those people. I'm like, she got attitude. Maybe once she gets older, she'll be more interested in pets, or I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, she's still young, so but yeah, I love them. I've always loved animals, even when I was a teenager. We had dogs, and we didn't really have cats. We had dogs. And my dad liked dogs, my mom liked dogs. So we had dogs. But I love some kitties. My grandma had a cat. That's who it was. And I just loved her. Mm. Yep. Yep. You would have to tell him because he doesn't like pets. Something's wrong with him. Something very wrong. So, and I just stopped reading because I think we're done with that. We're all BFRB'd out. So, and like I said, the next one, we're gonna start on addiction, and we'll start with smoking for our friend. For our friend Phyllis, we'll start with smoking. I wanted to make sure. Yes, Father would understand. I believe. I really do. Um, when I get home from work, my dog follows me. Think it's cute. It's adorable. Yes. And he's like, "You're home. You're awesome. I love you." And he's wiggling his tail and stuff, you know. Yeah, they're adorable. I can't wait to get a new puppy. We're looking for a Chihuahua puppy in Michigan, and it's going to take some time. So we're going to take our time. We're not in a rush. I prefer to rescue. I am not interested in a champion puppy or anything like that. If I did get the dog from a breeder, I would make sure it was like the runt or the least wanted of the, I wouldn't want a perfect dog. I'm not looking for that. Because my Carlos, he was the runt of the litter, and he was a wonderful dog. Wonderful. Jason never had animals. His mom thinks they are gross. When our first cat passed, I was shocked of how hard he cried. He said it was just like having a child. Now we've lost count on how many we've had. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't I think people who don't like animals are afraid, I guess. They're afraid. I don't know. But yeah, my stepdaughter Julie, they don't have pets. And so my granddaughter doesn't have pets. She would come over when I had Carlos when he was alive, and she loved him. But when she stopped visiting frequently, when she got older, teenager-ish, um, she just lost interest. Someone on NPR that dog's memory was only 5 minute span. Boy, you should have heard me yelling. Yeah, because they'll be at the door before you even get here. You know, like my cats will know Keith is coming home even before he comes home, and they'll go outside in their little catio, and then when he comes home, he'll come inside and they'll greet him. No, his mom is just very strange. That's all I say. I love Julie and Linnea. I just, I see some people don't want to open their heart either. We could learn from animals. Yeah. Yeah. Um, for whatever reasons. So, because an animal will soften you up, will soften your heart, I think. I've always had a space in my heart for pets. When I couldn't have a dog or a cat when I was in an apartment, I had a hamster. I think that was I didn't have like a bird or anything, but I had a hamster. I had him for several years. Um, and I'm not a fish person, but we had fish when I was little. I'm just not a fish person. So, oh, and Zach said when I go to the restroom, she waits for me. Yep, yep. Buddy and the cats wait at the door at 4:30. Yes, they know what time it is. Even if Jason gets home late, they just wait there. And then when it's treat time or bedtime, they know it's treat time. They're looking at him like, okay, where's our treats? Yes, Joe said animals are the best. And I know a lot of people have emotional support animals. I think that is wonderful. And they should be uh, treated just like service dogs because they're doing a service. Yeah. I bet, Zach, that your puppy knows when you get home if you work the same hours all the time. Yeah. They do. What's funny is even when daylight savings time comes, they don't know daylight savings time. They're like, it's 5:30, it's food time. But it's actually what 6:30 or whatever time it is at that time. And they're like, "Hey, it's time for you to feed us." And my husband's like, "They don't understand daylight savings time, I don't think." Hmm. I'm excited to see Jamie's new kitties. I love cats. We got the deer here in Ohio, salt blocks and chipmunks and squirrels, nuts. We have a lot of deer. Oh, that is so cool. My mom loves a little chipmunk. She just thinks they're so cute. She likes to look at the squirrels and the deer too, but she just loves some chipmunks. When I have panic attacks, Buddy lays on my lap. He's not trained to do that. He just started on his own. He started that at only 4 months old. They say the pressure helps anxiety, and it does help me. Yep. They have a sense about that. And when you communicate with a dog or a cat, and also in the event that you communicate with a person who maybe is nonverbal, a lot of that communication comes from energy, the energy you give off, and also your body language. There is a nest of chipmunks under our upper barn. Oh, I bet that's so cute, little baby chipmunks. Yeah, so we communicate with them with energy, and so they can tell when our energy is like you said, when your anxiety is high, they can tell your energy. And so when he sits on you, like when my cat purrs in my ear, when he gives me a hug, he purrs in my ear, and I just like the best therapy, the best, you know. And go figure, I named them Chip and Dale. That's funny, Wilma. Yeah, Chip and Dale were super cute too. Mhm. 2:46. Excuse me, we have about 15 minutes left, so we can talk about anything you want. But I agree about the dogs. The two babies are Daffy and Donald. Aw, that is too cute, Wilma. Yeah. Um, because my new puppy, I do have asthma sometimes, and I also have diabetes. And so they can learn to, and I'm not severe, mine, it's under control now, but they can learn um, to detect when your sugar is high and when it is low. How have you been, Crystal? I should have been. I've been good. Busy, so busy. Like I said, we went on vacation. I thought I'd be back the week after, but I'm still unpacking. And but before we left, we had to go get all that stuff out of our old house. Yes, my truck is back. Yeah, my truck is back and my van is back. Yeah, we're doing good. Um, so everything's going well here. I just have a lot on my plate to do. So I am busy. But like I said, I'm gonna quit doing like all the social events now because it's so cold. I'll probably just see my family. So I pack while we're talking. That's excellent use of time. I think multitasking is the best. If you can do it. Like right now, I'm not good at the multitasking. Once I take my medicine, I'll be right as rain. So but yeah, Joe, I've been good. I've been good. Just like we were talking about the weather and the joints, fingers, feet, knees. Um, but that's gonna come with the weather. So yes, we are done. So that week before I left for Canada, that's what we did. So it's all in my carport. So now I'm working through it. What doesn't get put away gets put either in donations or yard sale. So I got donations, yard sale, put away. So yeah. Yeah. And like I said, if it doesn't fit in the house, it's got to go in donations or yard sale. I don't have the space for it. I don't want to clutter. I really don't. And hey, Mr. J, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. Yeah, we were talking about hair pulling and anxiety earlier, but now we're just kind of chatting back and forth. Are you keeping your makeup? Yes, Wilma, I am. Yeah, all my makeup was moved immediately. Yes. Yeah. So like I have a bunch of Barbies that I'm gonna try to sell on eBay this winter. And just some like I have Beanie Babies from the 90s. We're gonna see what we can do this winter. I'm keeping just a select few that I really, really want. And then I'm gonna donate some to Toys for Tots, the Barbies, the ones that I don't think are really gonna sell. Sorry, my dill, the widow of my son who passed away in April called and I had to talk to her. That's okay, Phyllis. I'm glad that you're in communication. The stuff for dry skin from Beekman was back in stock on. Oh, it was. Oh, okay. Did you move, Crystal? Yeah. Well, we've been moving for like a year. So we actually relocated last September and it took us this long because I was sick all last winter. So we finally got everything that we want in this house. We are done with the old house. It's still for sale, but there's nothing there that I need to go back and get. So we are completely moved. So that felt really good. And then I got home and I saw all the boxes and I was like, oh man, I'm a little overwhelmed now. So, just life pretty much. I understand, Phyllis. I apologize for everything also. Yeah, don't worry, you guys. Coming in and out, I expect that. I expect that. And I love that you come and chat with me. If I can get 5 minutes of your time, I'm good with that. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. J, actually it took me a year to finally finish moving and we finished um 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So we brought everything here, but I was leaving for vacation. So when I got home, then I had a little bit of we didn't fly, but I had a little bit of I was tired from all the activity because we were really busy for that weekend. We just were going, doing. So, I was a little sore when we came back, had to rest up, and then, I've been working on getting those boxes, getting the trash, filling up the trash with whatever I can that we don't need, and then sorting. I'm sorting. Um, and, yeah, I got some stuff done yesterday. Today and tomorrow is supposed to be nice, so that's what we're gonna do. Take your time, Crystal. We've been here a year and a half and still working through something, right? It ain't going nowhere. That's right. It's not. I've just had a lot of disruptions. We talk almost every day. Oh, that's awesome, Phyllis. I'm sure it's great support for you, and you are great support for her as well. I hate to go, but my needs. But he needs my help to take care of everybody. All right, Wilma. Have a great day. Have a great day. Joe said, sore, Mr. J, but it's a good life. How are you doing? Oh, and don't forget, Joe went to see Pink. Oh my gosh. I thought that was so awesome. I know Mr. J knows who Pink is. See you later, Wilma. Have a great day. Have a great day. So I finished my tea and now I'm moving on to water. Water. Yep. Let's see. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I'm going through sorting and then I'm still catching up like while I was gone. My husband did a little laundry and some dishes and there's a lot. And I said, I'm gonna need your help because there's a lot of stuff to do. So we are going to see Air Supply in March. Now I am gone by Wilma. Oh yeah, I saw that they were coming to Detroit. Was it last week? I forgot all about Air Supply, but apparently they tour all the time. And the one guy lives in the US somewhere. Yeah, I wanted to go see I went to see one concert. It was a Christian concert, and I had so much trouble. And this would have been in the spring. And just with seating and walking up and down, and I had some trouble. So, yes, Joe, they do. They sing All Out of Love. Yep. As a matter of fact, that's the first song that comes in my head when I hear Air Supply, the name. Um, yeah, so I wanted to go to another one, but I'm like the seating. I'm sure there'd be seating and stuff. I just need to check into that stuff more, but it's not been anything that I absolutely have to go to. That's why I haven't really done my due diligence. So I think I'm just a chicken now because it was really hard that one time. I think it took 3 or 4 days for me to recoup from that. He got is the full experience. Oh, we get to meet them and all and hang out before the show and after. Wow, that is awesome, Wilma. I haven't done a single solitary thing here today, but it's all good. That's right, Phyllis. Sometimes you need a day to do nothing. It's good to see you too, Mr. J. It's good to see you too. I know you like to come to summer parties. We're trying to get back on track with that. I have to send Miss Jamie a phone, and I won't be able to send it to her for another week. And then once she gets it, she'll have to set it up and everything. So summer party's coming back. We just have to it's just taking a minute to get it together. So, yeah. It does sound amazing, Wilma. Let's see what time it is. Oh, it's 2:56. So let's see, are there any last thoughts before we wrap up? Second row seats. Yeah, I do need to know. I do need to know. Well, I think it's going to be awesome. Let's see. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and, yep, Wilma, we need to go. It's time to go. We love you too, Joe. It's so great to have you here to chat with us. We love that. Okay, everybody, we're going to cut it off a couple minutes early. It's 2:57, so it's just a few minutes early. I been sorry about that, but it was great to talk with you. I went to Canada with my mom, my sisters, my niece, and a couple of her friends. So we just went for the weekend. It was like a whirlwind. By the time we drove there, checked into the Airbnb, and then everything to do that was to do there because we hadn't been there in 20 years. And then bam, we came back home. It was very quick, a weekend. So I enjoyed my time. Just want y'all to know I love you and love being here with you. We love you too, Phyllis. We appreciate you and everything you do here too. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I have work to do and more coffee and take my medicine too. I promise. Okay, I'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.